is one of the most vital natural resources for all life on Earth. Water is essential element that makes life on Earth possible. Without water, there would be no life. We usually take water for granted, like good health. We ignore water when we have it. Although 71% of Earth's surface is covered by water, only a tiny fraction of this water is available to us as fresh water. All of the water that we use comes from local lakes, rivers, streams, and underground aquifers. These are organic waste that can decompose by aerobic bacteria or oxygen-requiring bacteria. This causes fish and other forms of oxygen-dependent aquatic life to die. Thus, anaerobic bacteria, those that do not require oxygen, begin to break down the waste. Their anaerobic respiration produces chemicals that have foul odor and unpleasant taste that is harmful to human health. A third class of pollutant are inorganic plant nutrients. These are water-soluble nitrates and phosphate that causes excessive growth of algae and other aquatic plants. This excessive growth of algae and aquatic plants due to added nutrition is called eutrophication. They may interfere with the use of water by clogging the water intake pipes, changing the taste and odor of water, and cause a buildup of organic matter. As the organic matter decays, oxygen level decreased, and the fish and other aquatic species die. A fourth class of water pollutant is a soluble inorganic chemical, which are acid, salt, and compound of toxic metals such as mercury and lead. High level of these chemicals can make water unfit to drink, harm fish and other aquatic life, reduce crop yield, and accelerate corrosion of equipment that use this water. Another cause of water pollution is a variety of organic chemicals. This includes oil, gasoline, plastic, pesticide, cleaning solvent, detergent, and many other chemicals. They are harmful to aquatic life and human health. They get into the water directly from industrial activity, either from improper handling of chemicals in industries, and more often from improper and illegal disposal of chemical waste. Sediment of suspended matter is another class of water pollutant. These are insoluble particles of soil and other solids that become suspended in water. This occurs when soil is eroded from the land. Excessive sediments that settles down destroy feeding and spawning ground of fish, clogs and fills lakes, artificial reservoir, etc. Water-soluble radioactive isotopes are yet another source of water pollution. This can be concentrated in various tissues and organs as they pass through food chain and food web. Ionizing radiation emitted by such isotope can cause birth defect, cancer, and genetic damage. Oil. Oil is washed into surface water in runoff from roads and parking lots, which also pollute groundwater. Leakage from underground tank is another source of pollution. Accidental oil spill from large transport tanker at sea have causing significant environmental damage. Groundwater pollution. While oil spills are highly visible and often gets a lot of media attention, a much greater threat to human life comes from our groundwater being polluted, which is used from drinking and irrigation. While groundwater is easy to deplete and pollute, it gets renewed very slowly and hence must be reused judiciously. Groundwater flows are slow and not turbulent, hence the contaminants are not effectively diluted and dispersed as compared to surface water. Moreover, pumping groundwater and treating it is slow and costly. Hence, it is extremely essential to prevent the pollution of groundwater in the first place. Groundwater is polluted due to urban runoff of untreated or poorly treated wastewater and garbage, industrial waste storage located above or near aquifers, agricultural practices such as application of large amounts of fertilizer and pesticides, animals feeding operation, etc. in rural section, leakage from underground storage tank containing gasoline and other hazardous substances. So what can we do to prevent water pollution? We can do it with our action and with our voice. It is easy to check the oil company with a leaking tank, but we're all accountable to some degree for today's water pollution problem. Fortunately, there are some simple ways we can prevent water contamination or at least limit our contribution to it. First, reduce our plastic consumption and reuse or recycle plastic when we can. Properly dispose chemical cleaners, oil, and non-biodegradable items to keep them from ending up down the drain. Third, maintain your car so it doesn't leak oil, antifreeze, or coolant. Fourth, if you have a yard, consider landscaping that reduce runoff and avoid applying pesticide and herbicide. Sixth, if you have a puppy, be sure to pick up their poops. And with our voice, one of the most effective ways to stand up for our water is to speak out in support of Clean Water Rule, which clarifies the Clean Water Act scope and protect the drinking water of everyone. Tell the government and local elected officials that you support the Clean Water Rule, and also learn how you and those around you can get involved in the policy-making process. Our public waterway serves every one of us, so we should also have the say in how they are protected. Thank you for watching, and if you like the video, please click like and subscribe. Ciao!